Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Royal Instinct. Today we are looking at Oprah Winfrey and how she has built her empire on the exploitation of her friends, of her close friends, of her people that that have trusted her. Because Oprah has built herself up to be this character, this very trustable lady, very relatable lady. Many people trust her. They allow themselves to let their guard down around her, and when people do that, Oprah is there to exploit. Okay, she is exploiting for the camera. She wants you to let your guard down so that she can fucking record it, so that she can broadcast it to the millions of people watching her shit, so that she can continue to be relevant and make money on behalf of your exploitations of your name. All right, that is what we're investigating today. And does this matter? Okay, because um, Oprah is somebody who is seen as as a leader within the black community. Okay, she is seen as somebody who is a notable figure, a person that people trust, right? Whether it's a parasocial relationship or an actual one-on-one relationship with her, people trust her, right? And she has countless times, okay, has always let her friends down. She has let her audience down. She has let down those people that support her and that have entrusted her. And this is important because she presents herself as a leader of the world. She presents herself as a voice. Okay, she is a billionaire. She is somebody who is actually doing the bidding of the evil elites. She's somebody who is, living and dictating the conversation in the general populace. Steering it towards more and more hate, division, right, scandal, instead of fixing local problems, okay, fixing problems within communities. The world is in a dangerous place. Many people have lost hope. Many people have lost faith in society, in the structures that have promised to take care of them, right? And because so many people have lost faith, there is a global epidemic of depression right now. There is a global epidemic or people who are willing to check out, right? And before people check out, right, I'm here to shine send out a signal. I'm here to shine a light onto the people, to allow them to tell them that there is another way, that there is an opportunity for real leaders, real people who want to bring about change, to bring about a new way of living for humanity, so that they can establish themselves as people to be followed, so that we can establish a new way for people to live, so that we can offer hope to people. Okay, because the people who are supposed to take care of us, the leaders that we elect, the tech billionaires, the technocrats, the tech oligarchs, the people who are in charge of the world, they are letting us down day by day. And Oprah is one of them. Let's jump straight into the video.
Ask anyone what Oprah is, and you'll get a lot of different answers. Some people think of the talk show host who came from nothing, built everything, and spent decades being the most trusted voice in America.
It's always the people who fucking come for nothing who end up selling you out, isn't it? It's always the people, like, even on the other day we discussed Elon Musk, whose parents were clearly very fucking wealthy, right, millionaires in their own right. Yet he still insists on having his beginner story, his odyssey story, being that he came from nothing. They want to do that so that they seem more relatable. At this stage, whatever Oprah has told you, whatever she said, is it even true? It has to be questioned, right? Is her story even true?
Others think of something bigger, the entire Oprah brand, a business empire worth billions, spanning television, publishing, film, real estate, and an entire media network built around a single name. Either way, she's the most successful entertainer of her entire generation. And yet, if you try to pin down exactly what her talent is, the answer is very elusive.
Yeah, and the reason why it is so elusive is because it is pushed onto you by a force, a dark force behind her, a bunch of people who are trying to push a certain narrative within the mainstream media, within the mainstream consciousness, and to do it by making her show primetime TV, right, where many millions of people, billions of people watch her shit, Okay, you might not even ever watch a single episode of the Oprah Winfrey Show, but you know who the fuck she is, right? You know who she is, right? That is by design. That is planted into your subconscious. The elites want you to make Oprah be seen as somebody who has authority, somebody who has is seen as somebody important, so that when she says something, when she decides to raise points and point you towards where your awareness should go, that you listen to her, so that she is you know she is by design meant to be a point of authority. Right here on Raw Instinct, what we are trying to do, we are trying to be by design also points of authority, but we take it ourselves. Okay, we grant ourselves the ability to be subject matter experts, so that we are seen all across the world, all across the internet, as subject matter experts, as points of authority, so people will follow us. We are looking for the right type of people, to follow us and bring about change to the world. That is what we're about. That is what we're doing. That is why we are staying winning.
But this misses the point, because one thing she did do very well was manage risk, protect the image, and never let red flags get in the way of a profitable deal. She's always close enough to benefit from each controversy, but never close enough to be held culpable. And it was usually those who desperately needed protection who paid the dearest price when the person and the business merged into the same entity. And nobody would learn this harder than one of Oprah's closest friends, Monique.
Now, I want you to really carefully listen to this, right? Because Monique was somebody who was a very close friend of Oprah's. Oprah trusted Monique, right? She, like when you trust somebody, when you're friends with somebody, you let your guard down around that person. Okay, so you might have like a dinner with that person, you might have a one-on-one conversation with that person in a pub, in a cafe, whatever, right? And you share secrets. You're like, look, man, I trust you. Let me tell you about my darkest, deepest problems that I've got, the issues I'm dealing with in life. And Monique for Oprah was this person in her life, okay? And let's just see how Oprah returned that favor, how she returned that trust back to Monique.
Monique had previously confided in her about some of the most painful parts of her life, that she and her mother were no longer speaking and that her brother had molested her as a child.
I mean, so this is the type of information, like this is how close they were, right? This is the type of information that these two were sharing. She was telling her about her troubled youth, right? That her brother, her own brother, okay, um, had evil intentions towards her, right? That her own brother done these horrid acts, that she wasn't speaking on speaking terms with her own mother, right? So she shared this, and Monique thought, oh, I'm sharing this with a personal friend, with my friend Oprah Winfrey. Okay, she's got all the money in the world, she's got all the success in the world. This is a person who's not going to exploit me. She's not going to fucking use me, right? Because there's nothing that this woman needs from me, right? But let's see how Oprah repaid that trust.
Oprah quickly booked both Monique's abusive brother and her estranged mother for the upcoming show, using their accounts to dig deeper into the trauma, dragging the entire situation into the spotlight.
So, like literally, the next day, I mean, this is how Oprah's minds work, right? This is how her mind works. She's like, she's got a friend, they're at dinner, they're enjoying each other's company, and they're like, look, I trust you. I'm going to share this part of myself with you. Don't tell anybody else, but I trust you. Keep this to yourself. But here, this is what happened to me. What does Oprah, the supposed good friend, do with that information? The next day, the fucking next day, she books her mother and her brother to come on the show to discuss the issues that they've been having. Monique didn't fucking ask for this, right? Monique didn't fucking ask, oh yeah, please put it that front and center on your show for the world to see, so that we can get to the bottom of this. She was like, nah, look, she was not part of any of this discussion. Okay. And this is how Oprah repaid Monique's faith. Okay. Her trust. Right. Who is Oprah aligned to? Okay. Who is she responsible towards? She clearly has no loyalty towards Monique. she clearly only cares about the people above her, the people who see her TV show ratings, right? She is trying to cause drama. She is trying to cause issues to happen on national TV, for drama to be played out on national TV, okay? So that she can use other people's pain, other people's issues in their life, their personal lives, for clicks, for views, okay? So that her show, her ratings get boosted, right? That is all this woman is trying to do. Okay, and look, we're literally like only a couple minutes into this fucking documentary, but that is all you need to listen. That's all you need to hear about this lady, woman, Oprah, to tell you the type of character that she is. Okay, she is not to want to be trusted. She needs to be watched. She does the bidding of the elites. She will expose her fucking best friend for views.
She said my brother wanted to come on the show. She said, if you don't want me to have your brother on the show, I will cancel the show.
On the surface, that sounds like Oprah was giving Monique a choice, but what happened next would tell a very different story.
I began to see commercials with my brother, my mother, my father, and my other brother.
That's despite Monique making it crystal clear she wanted nothing to do with the pair, stating,
So Monique said, yeah, like, I don't want this to go ahead. Please cancel it. And then Oprah still goes ahead with it, right? So this is why this woman cannot be fucking trusted, okay? She is literally exploiting anybody that comes into her vicinity. She is only loyal to the powers to be, the people who put her into her privileged position, okay? The people who put her into the top spot. She is a slave. She is a slave to the people who own her, okay? And she is doing their bidding. She is doing everything to control the narrative, to push a certain agenda across the the TV, the audience's mind. And what's this narrative here, right? If you think about it, like what's the narrative? Well, if a successful black lady that looks like Monique gets to a certain level of success, always remember that she comes from a fucked up background. Okay, even if you have a shining example of somebody who makes it, somebody who is successful, right? She's trying to highlight the fucking their past, right? To trying to paint it as dirty, to trying to paint it as something to be ashamed of, right? Because it is something that Monique overcame, obviously, but despite all of it, she overcame it, and she's never mentioned it in public, right? She's never mentioned it in public. Okay, Oprah is the one who brought it into the public eye, right? Oprah is the one who brings attention to it, right? Monique was successful despite of it, okay? But she wants people to be aware, okay, if a black woman that is overweight, that has weight issues like Monique, okay, if she's ever successful, also remember that she probably got touched by someone in the family. Like, I mean, I'm sorry to, paint a vivid picture of this, but she's trying to highlight that something bad happened to her. So that don't worry if you're not successful, at least nothing bad happened to you. She's trying to be like, she's trying to paint her Monique's success as something negative, okay? Because she cannot have anybody being outshining Oprah. Oprah is a narcissist, a psychopath.
My brother Gerald is a charmer. I said, I don't want nothing to do with that cat.
And that this is everything she didn't want.
She never said my mother was coming on that show, because had Oprah Winfrey said, I'm going to have your mother, I would have said, shut it down. I shared with her.
There you go. I mean, Monique said, that she didn't even fucking tell Monique that her mother's coming on. Do you get what I mean? Like, she is lying to her. She is literally, she's trying to, like, this is supposed to be her friend, right? Like, and this is why, you cannot even trust the people that you think are your friends right now, right? Most people will sell you out, especially where we are headed in society. Okay, we're headed towards a position where many people have lost faith, many people have lost hope. Okay, we're living in a society where AI is coming to replace people's jobs. Okay, people are already living through a cost of living crisis. Right, many people are already feeling the pain of the issues that we have going on in the world right now. Okay, and when you think about it, right, all these issues that we are experiencing, it is kind of, it's a cost of living crisis. Many people are able to make money, and especially with AI coming, taking more and more jobs. The future of people's work, the future of the labor market looks, more and more bleak every single fucking day, right? So many people will be out of a job. Many people will be out of a position of earning money. So when you don't have a ability to pay throughout your life, pay your way through life, okay, that you become more reliant on the government to give you subsidies, to control your life, to pay for your life, okay. When you try to seek favors with those people, okay, and most people, right, like if you have a secret that you're holding on to and you shared it with your supposed friend, they will sell you out within for a bag of fucking rice, okay, in a split second, right? Just how like a multi-millionaire Oprah Winfrey, billionaire, sorry, right? A billionaire woman like Oprah Winfrey sold out her own friend Monique to the mass media, right? She done it for the bag. She done it to gain more favor, to gain more power. She did not care about her own friend. Just like your friends, you won't be able to trust them. They will throw you away. They will throw you to the lions, as fucking fodder. This is why you have to, cultivate relationships with people that you can truly trust. That is why here at Raw Instinct we are forming the Amichis and bringing together 100 kings, 100 people to, form friendships, to form alliances with each other, so that we can form 100 kingdoms, so that we can come together to form new bonds to overthrow the evil elites such as Oprah Winfrey. Let's get back into this video.
That me and my mother was not talking. I shared with her. I was hurt.
Still, the interview went ahead, and Monique found out the same way everyone else did, by watching it live on television. On stage, her brother finally admitted what he had done, saying,
I did assault and inappropriately touch my sister in manners that were not comfortable for her.
But even that wasn't enough to stop the family from defending him. Monique's mother brushed off parts of the story on air, protecting the abuser, whilst her other brother suggested that the essay was blown out of proportion. Meanwhile,
so like your own sister, like your own family member got essayed, okay. She got abused by a member of a family, and then the matriarch of the family, right, the person in charge, just brushes under the carpet, okay. Like you can't even trust your own family members at this point. You can't, okay. You can't trust your own family members. You can't trust your fucking friends, all right, like Oprah, right? You can't trust the people around you. Okay, and that is where we're headed. We're headed towards a life, a world where you can't even trust your supposed friends, because they will sell you out to, they will sell you out for a fucking bag of rice. They will sell you out for food, for any favor that can be gained with the people in charge. And all you gotta do is look at Agenda 2030, the surveillance state that is coming, the 15-minute cities that these elites have planned for you to live in. They want you more online. They want you, 24 hours connected to the metaverse. So, they want to be able to control what you see, what you consume, okay, the content that you consume, the ideas that you consume, and they want to control what you do with your time all the fucking time. This is why you need to be somebody who is ready to walk away from it all, okay. This is why here at Raw Instinct, I'm somebody who fucking, I was ingrained in the system, okay. I bought into the system, I got my education within the system. I'm somebody who got a degree, climbed the corporate ladder, right? I worked for some of the top investment financial firms all across the world. And when I got there, when I worked in those companies, when I got to the top, I was like this is going nowhere. Okay. These companies are in it all for themselves, right? They are not here to help me. They're not here to protect me. They don't want me to make money. They don't want to better me. Okay. They just want to drain me for my labor. This is why I left the system. I'm now coming up with my own system. Okay. This is why I made this YouTube channel. I'm sending out a bad signal. I'm sending out a signal to the people, to the masses, to come and join me, to start a new movement, to start, to bring about 100 kings, 100 kingdoms, so that we can bring about talent, creative ideas, new ways, new perspective, new ways of looking at shit, at the world. okay, so that we can come together and raise an army to overthrow the current people in charge of the world. That is what we're doing. That is why we are here on this channel. That is why you're watching me, okay? Because the right people, the people who understand what it is that I'm saying, the people who understand what it is that I'm doing, they'll reach out to me, okay? So I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't give a fuck where you're from, what color you are. You know, you could be fucking purple for all I give a shit, okay? But the right people will reach out. They would want to join me. They want to be a part of what it is that I am doing. They understand from the minute they hear my voice what it is that I'm doing. The wrong people, they're just gonna hate. Okay, every day I get a few hate messages. You know, because they're just too dumb to understand to see what the truth is in front of them. But for every like one or two hate messages I get, I always get one very very nice, pleasant message, a very nice, loving message. Okay, a person who really understands what I am trying to accomplish and they want to be a part of what it is I'm doing. That is why I'm forming the Amichis. That is why I'm forming the Royal Alliance here at Royal Instinct. That is why I'm bringing together 100 Kings so that we can come together, form communities, form new relationships to bring about change into the world, okay, to bring about a new way of living.
Oprah, the woman who had positioned herself as an advocate for victims, leaned in and drilled into the details, milking every moment for the camera and money. This is what makes Monique's story so ugly. Oprah wasn't exposing a hidden abuser on behalf of a victim. She was reopening a victim's trauma in public, on terms the victim says she never consented to. But the worst part of this is arguably what followed next. Monique says that after speaking out about the situation, Oprah used her influence in Hollywood to help freeze her out of the industry.
So obviously Oprah has many connections within the industry. Oprah has many connections within Hollywood, within TV networks. Um, you know, and when Monique, you know, pointed out that, you know, Oprah done the fucking dirty, that Oprah didn't have her back, that Oprah abused her position of power, what did Oprah do? You know, she blackballed her. You know, she decided that you know, Monique isn't somebody to trust within the industry, that Monique isn't somebody to, you know, work with within the industry. Okay. It's a very tight knit group, Hollywood. Okay. It's a very tight knit community. You know, they rely on word of mouth, people that you can trust to bring into your sphere. Okay. Um, and Monique, you know, was decided by Oprah that she was not to be trusted, which is why you see her being blackballed, blacklisted from Hollywood, and her career took a nosedive. Okay. These are the people that you call your friends. These are the people you say that you can trust. Okay. I'm just saying, right? Like, of course, you know, if you feel like you can trust them, good for you, man. Fucking have a happy life, okay? See where that fucking gets you. But I'm telling you the truth that these people are in it for themselves. Okay, this is why I'm forming a new group, a new way for you to find friends. The Amichis that I'm launching, that I'm bringing together here at Raw Instinct, the Royal Alliance of Kings, to bring about 100 kings, 100 kingdoms, so that we can be the ruling class, have a great group of friends around us, so that we can enjoy and live life together.
Roles that she says were once offered to her, including parts in The Butler, Empire, and a planned Richard Pryor biopic, disappeared while her name increasingly attached to the label of being difficult. Looking at where Monique's career is today compared to where it was when she appeared with Oprah, it's hard to argue that speaking out came without consequences. And others seem to be on the receiving end of this tactic too.
I mean, that is what Hollywood is, right? It is about tap dancing, it's about playing your part, it's about, you know, being a good sport, right? It is why people like Harvey Weinstein got so much power, okay? Because, you know, they were like, look, man, give me a fucking BJ, and, you know, like, you know, your career will take off. If not, you know, you're being difficult, right? This is the whole Me Too movement in a nutshell, okay? It started in Hollywood. This is where it was mainly driven around, right? But you know, people think that it's all across the world. Right? Many people are fucking normal, but because the most people who have the most power tend to abuse that type of power, right? And people were like, the Me Too movement was just about men abusing women for power, right? But here's a clear example of a woman, Oprah Winfrey, abusing, you know, Monique for her own gain. Okay. Oprah needs to be called out. Oprah needs to be Me Too, okay? Because I mean, if you look into her history, who's her fucking best friend in Hollywood? It's Harvey Weinstein. Okay, she loves Harvey. Harvey, she wants him to succeed. She will rat out all her friends in favor of Harvey Weinstein.
Susan Powter recalled after declining an Oprah appearance, her team warned her, quote, "You do know that you may never work in this town again."
Like, I mean, for example, someone reaches out and be like, "Oh, we would love for you to be a guest on our show." Oh, and you reply back saying, I'm cool. Thank you for the offer, but I cannot make it at the time." And then her team threatens you. You might never work in this industry again. Like, this is fucking gangster shit. Okay. This is mafia shit. Right. She is fucking sending the goons. She is trying to threaten and blackball Susan Powter into doing what Oprah wants. Oprah is the fucking Don. She is a gangster. Okay. She is somebody who is part of the mafia to get you to do her bidding. And why does Oprah do this? Because she is influenced. She is a CIA asset. She has been exposed as somebody being a mouthpiece for the elites. That is why she is willing to threaten people, and make sure that they never work again.
In fact, it became a rarity to speak out against her, like when Prince quipped her for asking why he.
I mean, think about it. Like, there's so much fucking power, right? Where if you dare to refuse to go, like, you don't even say nothing bad. You just say, like, I don't want to come to the show. It's cool, and you keep it private between a private email exchange. Yeah, I can't come to the fucking Oprah Winfrey show because I'm busy. Blah blah blah. You sure you want to do that? Are you sure you want to do that? Because we will fuck your career up. Like that is the threats that Oprah carries. She is a goon. She is a thug. She is a part of the Cosa Nostra, the mafia.
It was weird and why he lived in Minneapolis.
It's so cold, it keeps the bad people out.
I mean, Prince is somebody who saw the industry for what it is, and he tried to get out of the industry. He tried to remove himself from the sphere of influence that the Hollywood executive, class, that the people in charge of Hollywood, the goons that he sends, such as Oprah, try to get their claws into him. And he's like, yeah, man, I live in fucking Minnesota because the evil people don't fucking live near the cold, right? He knew what was up. He was trying to stay away from the evil elites.
The way he looks her right in the eye when he says it. But Monique wasn't an exception. This kind of drama extraction technique was the foundation Oprah's show was built on. In return for using it to platform yourself, celebrities were expected to surrender a compromising story. Whether
they want you compromised. They want all the dirt on you. They want to know everything fucking about you, all the dirty shit that there might be about you, so that they can milk it for views. Okay. They want to make you a spectacle. They want to make you a freak show for people to watch you on TV. They want to exploit your story. Okay. And whether you want it or not, okay, they're going to get the story. Okay. And then they send someone friendly like Oprah, a wolf in sheep's clothing to get your guard down. Yeah, hey girl, I'm a woman too, man. And her stories that she got essayed when she was younger by somebody. I've also been through trauma. Okay, like I can relate to you. And then she listens to your story, she hears everything that you went through, and then she fucking sells it out to her audience to boost her own TV show ratings.
this was a confession, breakdown, or secret they spent years protecting, everything was on the table. No celebrity wanted to be the one who seemed difficult, ungrateful, or guarded in front of an audience that could end careers overnight. It was an industry secret that spawned the infamous phrase, "Nobody says no to Oprah."
I mean, when you hear something like this, that nobody says no to Oprah, you have to understand that this person is, government protected, okay, agency protected, okay, because nobody said no to fucking Harvey Weinstein, okay, nobody said no to Puff Daddy, okay, nobody said no to Jeffrey Epstein. Like, these are the circles these people are fucking hanging around with, right? These are the worst, corrupt, most exposed, most industry corrupted people who are doing everything that they can in order to, push certain agendas in society. Okay, everybody knows what is going on. Okay, but because they are all singing from the same hymn sheet, they are willing to turn a blind eye.
Was the trap Toni Braxton walked into. She went on Oprah's show expecting a supportive conversation about financial hardship with a woman she'd admired her entire life. Braxton was already in a vulnerable position, openly admitting she was broke years before meeting Oprah. But when the interview began, it quickly turned into an interrogation, one that felt less like a conversation and more like...
I mean, think about it. Okay, you have two black women on a TV show, right? Like one black woman, Toni Braxton in this case, okay, like who had she was a big artist in the 90s. Okay, she had a great career, but it was kind of short. It was a short career. Okay, so she made like a lot of money very quickly. Okay, but then her career did quite kind of dwindle very soon as well. Okay, so she was just there for a moment, grabbed the bag, right? However, she's somebody who didn't know how to manage her finances. Okay, so she very quickly burnt through her, the amount of money that she made, her the amount of money that she managed to make throughout her career. Okay, the people around her agents, her family members, friends, people who worked with her, management, they didn't help her manage her finances. Okay, so she burnt through it very quickly. She lived a very lavish celebrity lifestyle because she was a big celebrity in the 90s. Okay, so she very quickly burnt through that money, and then when her career, when she wasn't popular anymore, when popular culture moved past her, there was no way back for her into the limelight, so she couldn't recoup. She couldn't make any more money really, and then she was in this predicament where she was kind of broke. Okay, so she's a black woman. Very quickly made money. Burnt through it, and then she was broke. That is a story that happens to a lot of black entertainers. Black athletes. It happens very quickly. These people make a lot of money very quickly. They spend it all, and then they're fucking broke at the end of their careers. Okay, it's a big story within the black community. Many people are affected by it. This would be a great opportunity for somebody who generated a lot of wealth, like Oprah Winfrey, who became a billionaire. Be like, look, this is what the black community to do. This is how to handle your money. Okay, we need to manage our expectations. We need to manage the amount of money that we are spending. Instead, Oprah decides to fucking make an example of her. Okay, she decides to literally abuse her on screen. Okay, abuse her on TV. She makes an example of her. Okay, schools her. She absolutely destroyed any self-esteem that Toni Braxton had at the time. She is a horrible person.
Like a humiliation ritual in front of millions.
She was so freaking mean to me. I was in shock. Do you take responsibility for the situation that you're in right now?
I mean, just listen to that sentence. Like, do you feel like she is a very hostile way to interrogate somebody who's supposed to be your ally? This is supposed to be a sister to sister thing. Okay, that these are two black women, two famous black women. Okay, one made a great financial decision in her life. Okay, she a bunch of financial decisions that led her to a great opportunity in her life, and the other woman made a bunch of wrong decisions that led her to being broke. Okay, this was a great opportunity for two black women to come together and hash it out, to discuss the plight of the black community and how black people within America, within the entertainment industry, okay, within sports, should manage their wealth. Instead, what does Oprah do? She decides to take the moral high ground and school this woman and absolutely look down on her and spit into her face.
100%. 100%. 100%. I couldn't believe it because I loved her so much. I admired.
Yeah, I mean, you hear it from Tony's fucking mouth herself. She trusted this person. Oprah, two black people, okay, like two black people. Oprah is somebody, she's like a family member, right? There's only a few people within the black entertainment who have that type of status. Oprah is one of them, right? I mean, people always love Uncle Phil, right? Uncle Phil is one of them, right? From Fresh Prince, okay. Will Smith probably had it at some stage, but he lost it. Okay, especially with his decisions in the last 5-6 years with Jada Pinkett Smith. But there are certain people that have this notion that they within the black community they can do no wrong. Okay, and Oprah had that status, right? So Tony Braxton coming into this fucking interview for oh yeah, like Oprah's got my back. Okay, she this is a story that I can do on this show on this platform because she understands me, she understands my plight. This is a woman I can trust. I can let my guard down. We can have a one-on-one and an interview in front of millions of people. It can help people. It is a great way for me to, clear the air in some way. And what does Oprah do? She literally fucking stabs Tony in the back.
And looked up to her, and she pretty much reprimanded me.
BROKE broke?
Broke.
Like broke.
Like, no money.
No money. Like net worth what?
Negative.
Negative.
Like what? like broke. So you mean you broke? Are you broke? Yeah, I'm broke. I'm broke. It's cool. I'm broke. Are you broke? So you mean so when you mean broke, what's your net worth? What do you mean? What's your net worth at that point? Like she's already said she's fucking broke. She said she's got no fucking money. Like why do you now need to be like, let's clear it up. Let's clear it up. Okay. Like broke. What do you mean by broke? What do you mean by broke? Right? What do you mean by broke? Like why interrogate someone? Why kick someone when they're down? This is the type of person that Oprah Winfrey is, by the way. Okay. When you're down, right? When you've been fucking used and abused, okay, essayed by your family members, okay, when you've been abused by the managers that you hire, okay, the agents, the record labels that are supposed to guide you, okay, when they use and abuse you for your talents, right? When you make money for other people and then they kick you to the curb once you are fucking broke, right? Oprah Winfrey comes along in front of everyone on fucking TV and she'll kick you in the fucking stomach. That is what she's doing, right? She's already reiterated. So you broke? Yeah, I'm broke. What do you mean broke? So you're broke, broke. So what's your net worth? Negative net worth? Yes, of course she's fucking negative net worth, Oprah. Right, she's already told you she's broke. Why further humiliate this woman? Right, this is the type of person Oprah is. Okay, do not trust her. She is doing the bargaining of the elites. Okay, she doesn't care about people.
Negative.
And immediately, she made me feel.
And like fair play to Tony Braxton. Like she's on national TV. She knows there's fucking cameras. She has to maintain her cool. Do you get me? She can't start crumbling, right? Because like she's on national TV. Okay, she has to just accept the abuse. She's on Oprah show, being vulnerable. Okay, she can't open up. She can't push back because she thought she was there in a safe environment. Okay, obviously she wasn't. She got let down by Oprah. Okay, she wasn't in a safe environment. But she's kind of confused, and then she's like, yeah, like, okay, and she just goes along with it. She's very calm, very collected. I applaud Tony Braxton. She carried herself with dignity. She carried herself with elegance. She didn't, even though she was getting bullied, she didn't fucking stoop down to their level. She didn't stoop down to the low level of Oprah Winfrey.
This big.
Yeah, she absolutely humiliated her. Okay, this is Oprah Winfrey. This is the person, one of the inspirational stories of the black community. Good for you, okay. And really question if you fucking should be supporting this woman. She let everybody down. She let Tony Braxton. People love Tony Braxton. Great singer, great voice. Okay, great artist. Okay, made the wrong decisions with her money. Okay, probably was misguided by the people in charge of her money. Okay, and then you have an ally, somebody who you're supposed to be your fucking friend, somebody that you trust, right? Oprah, people trust Oprah, and she let you down. She fucking let you down. She abused you. I feel sorry for you. My heart goes out to you. But regardless of the confrontation that you faced, the backstabbing that you faced from Oprah, you held your head high. You conducted yourself with dignity. We applaud you. You are one of us. Tony Braxton, we want you to win. Let's see a comeback for Tony Braxton.
That moment completely changed my career. It made people look down on me.
Braxton.
Yeah, people after this moment look down on Tony Braxton because that's how much weight, how much social currency the word of Oprah had. Do you get what I mean? People didn't call her Oprah Winfrey. You say Oprah, people know who you're talking about. Do you get what I mean? It's a very unique name, but people knew who Oprah is. Oprah is the most famous black woman. Okay, when you think of Beyonce, when you think of fucking Rihanna, right? When you think of I don't know, Michelle Obama, right? Oprah Winfrey is bigger than all those women. Okay, Oprah Winfrey is that big. Okay, because as big as Beyonce is, she is a pop icon, an R&B icon. She's a great singer. Okay, but vocally, and that's not the right word, but she's not as outspoken on social humanitarian issues like Oprah. Okay, because Oprah is a TV presenter, she's a talk show host, right? She is somebody who is voicing her opinion. Beyonce is just a fucking singer, right? So when Oprah talks about social issues affecting black people, affecting black women in particular, right? It carries weight. And she used that power, and she's let down two black icons in Monique and Tony Braxton. Like, it is absolutely disgusting what these women had to go through at the hands of Oprah.
His lowest point had just been turned into a punchline in front of millions. She says this experience still haunts her today, permanently affecting her ability to trust, open up, and feel safe being vulnerable in public.
Think about that. Like you will never trust anybody again. Do you get what I mean? This is why I'm forming the Amicis. This is why I'm bringing together 100 Kings to film 100 Kingdoms, so that we can build side by side, so that we can trust one another. Come up with new ideas, come up with creative solutions to build communities together side by side. In an environment where you can fully be yourself, where you can be, applauded for who you are, where you can be trusted for who you are. Okay, where you can trust people to understand who you are as a person. Okay, because it's a community of people, of kings, who are ambitious, of who want to achieve greatness within life, within the world, to change the trajectory, the evil trajectory that the world is headed towards. That is what we are doing. That is why we are going to win, because we are forming real relationships within society.
One of Oprah's methods in all of this was confrontation, ambushing guests with the thing they were most afraid to talk about. That was just great business for her show, as people loved the drama. And so maybe that's why she felt entitled to ambush the young actress Mary-Kate.
So again, it's all about drama. It's all about fucking views. It's all about causing, a massive spectacle, all across the fucking TV. Across the airwaves of TV shows, so that you have a massive audience, right? And if you think about it, this is the 90s, early 2000s, on TV, a TV show. We live now in an age of social media. We live now in an age of living on the internet, of creating social relationships on the internet. It's all about being seen and staying relevant, and many people will sell you out. Many people will stab you in the back for fucking views. This is why you need to be part of a group of people that you can fucking trust, who have your actual back, who prefer to form real friendships than stab each other in the back for fucking views, right? Because you see it all across the internet. People in the manosphere, people like Andrew Tate throwing Sneeko under the bus. Okay, HS TikToky throwing his own close friends under the bus. Okay, these people are literally exploiting each other. People are, they're foregoing real friendship for short-term cash. Whereas here at Royal Instinct, we're not after cash. We're after power. Okay, because once you have power, the cash will come. Right, that is what we're doing. That is why we are staying winning. We are going for greater and greater and more ambitious goals than anybody else, because we are the ones who are changing the world. That is what we're about. That is what we're doing. That is why we are going to stay winning. And let's go back to Oprah Winfrey, how she now, after Monique, after Tony Braxton, how she screwed over Mary Kate from Mary Kate and Ashley,
who was 17 at the time, about rumors of her eating disorder.
So
There's a new rumor.
So you have a 17-year-old young lady, 17 years old. Okay. You know, she's been a celebrity since she was what, 4 years old, right? When she first appeared on Full House, right? You know, so she's been in the media spotlight her whole life. Okay, ever since she became really conscious from the age of 4 onwards, that you know, oh, okay, I'm a TV star, right? You know, people all across the world, her parents exploited her, abused her, you know, made her work, and great, she's made a lot of money. She's got $100 million, you know, $200 million empire, right? She's set for life, right? But she's still at this stage a 17-year-old young lady who is being photographed by the paparazzi at any, you know, from every angle, at any given opportunity. You know, that she is always in the headlines, front page of tabloids, you know, asking people asking whether, you know, she's gaining weight, okay, whether she's as pretty as her sister, even though they're identical twins, okay, whether she is you know, still able to carry on being pretty, right? So all this pressure to look a certain way, right, that you know, the media want her to look a certain way, right? She's obviously got an eating disorder. She's under immense mental pressure, and maybe she's, you know, not taking care of herself, of her diet in the best way, and you know, she's foregoing eating healthy, you know, enough carbs, enough nutrients, enough calories throughout the day. She goes on to the Oprah Winfrey show, and they're talking about something else, and Oprah Winfrey ambushes another woman, right? And bear in mind, okay, Mary Kate is 17. Oprah Winfrey is like a fucking 50-year-old woman. Like, this is supposed to be a motherly, you know, a loving figure. This woman's already a billionaire. She's got enough money. She doesn't need nothing from the world, right? Instead of, you know, offering some guidance, some counseling, a helping hand, you know, like giving her a hug, okay, guiding her to be more body positive, she does this. She absolutely annihilates her trust.
Surface has really upset you, right? You know, the one about eating.
Yeah, you know, people are gonna write what they want to write.
What size are you, by the way?
Size?
Yeah, I always like to know.
I mean, is that like this is a woman going through incredible amount of stress. Okay, she's being abused by the paparazzi. Okay, she's being judged by the world for her appearance. And then you have another woman come on, right? A woman who's supposed to be on your side, on your team, who's supposed to protect you, right? Who, the great Oprah Winfrey, right? And she goes, "What size are you?" And zooms in on it, and look how uncomfortable these two 17-year-olds are. Okay, by the way, right? These are underage girls. These are, you know, still, you know, they're still children at this stage.
You're not sure? Girls, and you know.
That's so interesting.
And then she fucking makes a joke, right, at their expense, so that her audience can laugh. Like, it's let me go back a little bit and just listen to the whole thing.
17 at the time, about rumors of her eating disorder.
So she's got eating disorder. Look how Oprah handles
There's a
it.
new rumor has recently surfaced has really upset you, right? You know, the one about eating.
Yeah, you know, people are gonna write what they want to write.
What size are you?
Okay, and look, you know, her sister, I think this is Ashley, right? Her sister deflects it. Oh, people are gonna write what they're gonna write. Let's move on. Like it's literally like, people are gonna write what they're gonna write. Let's move on. We don't want to talk about the eating disorder. Let's move on. Okay, and look what Oprah does.
Are you, by the way?
Size?
Yeah, I always like to know.
She's like, what size are you? And she's like look at the look in her face. She's like, size? Is it? She's like, are you serious? You fucking gonna ask me this? Like, let me rewind it back.
Size?
Yeah, I always like to know.
Sure.
You're not sure?
Girls, and you know.
That's so interesting.
and they're like Mary Kate and trying to take the side of the young women looking up to them, right? Their fan base being like, look, man, like, we don't really disclose our size because, like, it might harm young ladies. And then Oprah turns around and goes, oh, that's so interesting, like in a sarcastic, dismissive way to make her own audience laugh. Like it. And Mary Kate being professionally trained, they laugh it off, but it is very hurtful. It's very disgusting, the behavior that Oprah is displaying here. Let's go back. Here we go.
Yeah, people are gonna write what they want to write.
What size are you, by the way?
Size?
Yeah, I always
I'm
thought
really sure.
You're not sure?
Girls, and
that's so interesting.
Or why Oprah felt entitled to police which words Raven-Symoné could use about her own identity.
I'm an American. I'm not an African American. I'm an American.
Oh, girl, don't
Set
set
up
up
the
the
Twitter.
So this is a moment, okay, when Raven is coming on and she's saying, like, look, I don't identify as African American, I just identify as American. Okay, well, obviously everybody knows what happened with slavery. Okay, it's a deep rooted, difficult past that Black people in America faced with being part of American culture. Okay, that they've been excluded from so many facets. So it is kind of hurtful for a Black woman like Raven to come on and be like, look, I'm not African American, I'm just American, right? It is very hurtful from a slavery point of view, from the trauma that the Black people of America have faced. Okay, right? But it is a point. She's got a point in what her stance is, and her stance should be a version of viewing what the Black experience is, because this is a woman who's, she's not of, Oprah's age. This is a younger Black woman who's like, yeah, okay, look, man, like, I don't identify with being African American. I don't identify with the Black struggle, because she is also a woman who was born into celebrity. Okay, she was a child star, right? So her experience needs to be listened to. It needs to be validated.
I'm sorry. What? What did you just say? Stop the tape right now.
I don't know how far back, and I don't know what country in Africa I'm from, but I do know that my roots are in Louisiana. I'm an American, and that's a colorless person, because we're all people. I have life.
It's the same thing what Morgan Freeman said when somebody asked him, like, I forgot what the thing was. It was like, let me Google it. Hang on. Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman. Come on. It's so difficult to do this like in real time. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. But anyway, Raven here is sharing her experience to the people of America. Okay, she is sharing what she has seen throughout her life, right? And then you have somebody like Oprah, like, okay, like, this is her position, right? This is the moment that Oprah comes in and counsels her, be like, look, girl, you're in the wrong for these reasons. Okay, but like, she doesn't counsel her. She kind of tries to just get more out of what her view is so that she can judge
Lots
her.
of things running through my veins.
I mean, you're going to get a lot of flack for saying you're not African American. You know that, right? So I want you to say what you really mean by that.
What I really mean by that is I'm an American.
So you see what it means? She's like, you got to get a lot of flack for saying this. Let me hear what you really mean. What you mean by what you just said. Okay, instead of guiding her, being like, look, the Black experience is this. Okay, our people have been through this. right? Therefore, what you're saying hurts us in this way. Instead of taking like a responsibility, instead of taking the onus to usher in the younger generation to kind of understand the whole package, the whole Black experience of America, rich and poor, because obviously Ravens only ever experienced rich. You know, this is what you need to, this is what you're missing, and this is why you're hurting a lot of people by saying what you are saying. She kind of just like, yeah, just double down on it. Just let me hear what you've got to explain in order for her to further her boostings of her show, in order for her to get more fucking viewers onto her TV show.
That's what I really mean.
Another one of her methods was compassion, turning the show into a performance of safety so people would lower their guard and expose the most private, painful parts of themselves. That was one of her gifts, making intrusion look like care and exploitation look like empathy. Just look at how she treats Kelsey Grammer, a man scarred by brutal family tragedy, pushed not just to remember his pain, but to relive it.
So Kelsey Grammer is somebody who, you know, his sister was stabbed multiple times by somebody, you know, during his childhood in 1975. You know, he probably was a grown man at this stage. Yeah, so you know, the actor's sister Karen was brutally raped and murdered in Colorado in 1975. In a new book, he reveals how her death has shadowed his life. Okay, so this is a very traumatic experience that happened to this guy, and let's see how Oprah handles it
for the camera.
My sister died 2 years.
You say my sister
died, okay, because he's trying to be fucking respectful, right? So he says, yeah, my sister died, blah blah blah, this is what happened to me, right? Because he's trying to be fucking respectful to the, you know, sanctity, to the memory of his deceased sister.
died. Your sister was brutally and murdered.
Brutally raped. Like, is there any need for this? This is a very, you know, this is a woman who's supposed to be one of the best interviewers in the world, okay? And what does it mean to be a good interviewer? A lot of times it means that you are able to you know, really put your guest at ease, that you're able to get certain bits of information to lower the guard, to express themselves in a way that they might not be able to do with anybody else. It's obvious that Oprah only cares about getting more viewership towards her show, to be scandalous, to be provocative, you know, by her language, by using the words brutally raped, to remind his the brother that his sister was treated in this fashion,
which is a little different than just dying.
I mean, this is disgusting, isn't it? This is absolutely vile. You know, oh, it's a little bit different than dying, isn't it? Being brutally raped. Like where's the humanity, Oprah? Where's the compassion for your fellow human being? Like this is a survivor of SA, by the way, Oprah Winfrey. She's also had her own trauma and abuse in the past, okay? But instead of being compassionate and understanding towards your fucking fellow guest, you're like, you're coming out with absolutely disgusting nonsense.
You still miss her, I can see. Do you ever?
Oh, you missed your sister who got brutally fucking raped, by the way. Like, is there any need? Is there any? Everybody knows what happened, Oprah. Okay, fucking, can you not just be a little bit subtle? Is it beyond your capabilities to be a little bit fucking subtle? Clearly not.
Get over it?
No.
But
can you get over it? Like, shut the. How about he threw it back in your face? Did you ever get over your essay? Right? Like, I don't want to be fucking rude here, but why do you feel so comfortable being so fucking rude and obnoxious and mean to your fucking guests on your fucking show, right? What about if they threw it back in your fucking face? Right? Is it fair? Is it fair? I don't know. I'm asking the question here. Is it fucking fair? I don't think so, right? She is now moved over. She's not fucking Oprah, the person who made her way from nothing out into something. Okay, she is now Oprah Winfrey, the fucking agent, the fucking you know, predominant you know, TV show host, further advancing the agendas of the evil elites. That is who Oprah Winfrey is.
Oprah's brand didn't only extract value from guests on her own show, it did something even more ambitious. It incubated entirely new franchises from dangerous people. Because that's exactly what businesses do when they find a profitable formula. They scale it and build subsidiaries.
Yeah, that, very predatory there, that sentence, by the way. Okay, when you see a good formula that is working, let's fucking scale it, right? And what she's scaling, exploiting people's fucking problems in their life, right? To broadcast it to the masses, to the people who are watching her shit, okay, so that she can stay relevant on TV.
And it's in these profitable decisions that Oprah built an empire far beyond the name and person itself. Take Dr. Oz.
Right, I don't want to talk about Dr. Oz. Let's jump further ahead into this bit here.
According to TMZ, Weinstein told his team that, and critics immediately pointed out the obvious. That same $40 million spread differently could have helped thousands of students across the country. But instead, Oprah built a monument, something needlessly indulgent that she could put her name on and point as proof of her moral superiority.
Yeah, so this is about Oprah Winfrey's school that she built in Africa. She could have just used her money to spread to thousands and thousands of students, all right, helping a lot of hundreds and thousands of students. Instead, she helps only like a couple hundred people because she wants to build a school that is called the Oprah Winfrey Institution, the Oprah Winfrey School, so that in the media that she is seen as this great woman who opened a school named after her in Africa, right? That is the type of charity that this woman runs. Okay, it's
Howard Stern of all
disgusting.
people described it well, saying,
"No, I'm fascinated by Oprah, but sometimes she's unaware of the sort of ways she shows her wealth."
Okay, yes.
But I think in the world right now, there is such a disparity between those who have and those who have not.
Right.
And only
I mean, when you have fucking Howard Stern coming on, being the voice of reason over Oprah Winfrey, like that's when you know you're fucking cooked. Do you get me? You're fucked up big time, Oprah, right? When Howard Stern is the voice of reason.
getting worse.
and the way Oprah talked about it told you everything. She called herself Mama Bear to these girls, a name which becomes grim when you realize that their actual mothers were describing the school as more of a prison, while others went even further and called it an outright abduction. The mothers report being forced to wait an hour and a half through security was already raising questions around this time, because Oprah's connection to Harvey Weinstein has never been fully explained. For years, they were visibly close.
Bezzies, BFF, good friends, Oprah, friend of Harvey Weinstein's, okay? One of the biggest pieces of shit within Hollywood. And look how Oprah is nicely cuddled up to him, okay? You have this disgusting looking fucking, troll-like figure in Harvey Weinstein, and Oprah Winfrey, the lovely Oprah Winfrey right by his side on his arm, supporting every fucking move that Harvey Weinstein does.
Photographed together at events, linked professionally through his distribution of The Butler, and seen socializing within the same elite circles. And when the allegations broke, one of Weinstein's accusers, a British actress named Kadia Noble, described how seeing Oprah with Weinstein at a BAFTA after party had made her trust him. She later alleged that Weinstein used promises of career advancement to lure her to his hotel.
There you go. I mean, Oprah, giving her nod of approval, making other females being like, look, man, Harvey's a lovely guy, man. Like, don't worry about Harvey. He is good as gold. You can fucking chill with that guy and you'll be safe. And many women who look up to Oprah will listen to her and they let their guard down on Harvey, and then Harvey ends up getting a little bit fucking handsy.
Room in Cannes, where he sexually assaulted her. After more than 60 women came forward, Oprah called out his behavior, but she was notoriously slow in doing so. She also used language designed to move the conversation away from Weinstein himself, saying, if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost.
Yeah, because she's there to fucking protect Harvey. These are the true colors of Oprah Winfrey, by the way. She is a protector of people within the industry who are causing these heinous crimes, because those people are the ones who put her in the fucking powerful positions anyway. And that is who Oprah Winfrey is. Okay, she is a disgusting human being. She's all about helping those people who are already in power. She's helping those people who are in positions of power, helping run the world, pushing certain agendas within media, within the Hollywood sphere. She can make and break careers. but that is what her decision is. That is what she is doing. She has decided to help the people within power, and she is against everybody who is against those people within those positions of powers. The stars, the lesser actors, people like Monique, people like Tony Braxton, people like Kelsey Grammer, people like Mary Kate and Ashley. She's willing to fucking sell you out in order to make her own audience laugh, to boost her own ratings, to be seen as pushing her agendas to the masses. This is why we need good people in charge. This is why we need good people in charge of the world, bring about new ways of viewing the world, of helping the world, of building a new and better future and new society for the people of Earth. Okay, we are here to win. We are here to usher in the new way of living, the new way to live life on planet Earth. That is why we are staying winning. That is why we are the ones who are in charge. We are the ones who are going to win. You are the ones who are going to lose. That is it for today. Thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow.